Welcome back to the channel, guys. Darth Slone here, your partnered content creator for Expansive Worlds. And I have just heard something from these two that I was not expecting. And I recorded it. I thought I heard it the other day. I heard them talking about it. And they don't say this line very often. They don't tell this story very often. I sat here, I turned my dialogue all the way up, and I kept recording and deleting videos until I finally got what I was after. I am going to drop what they said about one of the legendary fish. Major hint at one of the legendary fish. I'm just going to drop this in here, let you guys watch it. Then we're going to talk about it. Before we go any further, please hit that like, subscribe, and notify bell. Now, this is going to be a lot of speculation after this, what this could possibly mean. So it's nothing that Jaxie or anybody has told me. I just stumbled across this. I had no clue. And again, I've only heard this twice. I've sat here for a long time. They don't say this often. So I figured I'd record it, let you guys listen to it, and then we're going to talk about it. So without further ado, let's hop on into it.
That one.
The one that's after a fish called El Matador, who killed his father.
No. The one who ran without paying. Hope they tripped on the way across the caminito.
No. You don't mean that.
Fine. I hope they developed a yeast intolerance.
Oh, that's some fresh horror, Churri. Don't wish that on them.
Fine, then. I hope they come back soon.
There you go. Smile. We're still in business after all.
All right, guys, after listening to that, kind of floored. Because a lot of people, now there are 3 legendaries. El Matador is one of them. And how do I know this? You can go to add a marker. And just say we're going to add, set a label. And if you scroll down, okay, they have taken it off. That's interesting. So evidently they didn't mean for us to see the names of the legendaries. I know Big Rig has made a video on this, so credit to Big Rig. I would have shown this myself, but they have taken it off. I guess with the hotfix, they took it off. But the El Matador, all of them were El something. So let's look at an excerpt from one of Big Rig's videos where he is talking about the new legendary fish. So credit to Big Rig. I would have shown this myself and not had to use a clip from Big Rig's video, but I do know that he has a video showing these 3 names at the bottom. I think Alpine Gaming also picked up on that and has a little short video on it out there somewhere. I never thought to record it, or I was going to record it obviously today, and it's gone now, but it was there, the 3 names. So let's take a look at what Big Rig found. The same thing that I found when you go to add a marker, or at least back then. We can just go ahead and remove that marker now since I can't show you that. But it used to be that you could set the label and the 3 names of the legendaries were there. So a little bit of research about El Matador, and we'll talk about that right here in a second. Let's look at what Big Rig's video has to show us.
But if you go in and you add a marker, let's just put this one down. You click on it, set label, and so you can set the label of what type of fish it is. Scroll all the way down. We have legendary names, guys. El Mostrenco, El Matador, and Alejandro Magno.
All right, guys, when you Google El Matador, one of the things that keeps popping up is The Old Man and the Sea, which is a book written by Ernest Hemingway, written between 1950 and 1951. So it's an old tale about an old man, Santiago, an aging fisherman who catches a giant marlin after a long struggle, but then loses his bounty to sharks. So, could we be getting a marlin? Could we be getting a marlin for El Matador? Up until this point, our legendaries have been fish that we've been able to catch on the map, a version of those fish, but huge, right? We've got Store Henrik is a burbot, Big Larry is a catfish, huge catfish. Spellfin was a Atlantic salmon. Sidewinder, a big lake trout. Callie Paul the Dominator, huge pike. Of course, Goldstein, the huge largemouth. So up until this point, it's always been a fish that was part of the map. But they don't have to do that. They can easily throw us a curveball. And one of the things that people wanted real bad was a Wales catfish, marlin, tuna. There was something else that I Googled and tuna came up. El Matador fishing charters specialize in going out and fishing for tuna and things like that. But this old man in the sea kept popping up. Here's another little thing that we need to think about. One little part that wasn't recorded there, I missed a couple of seconds, but as soon as I heard them start talking about it, I was like, oh, that's it. So I started recording. We said, I wonder how that angler's doing, or I hope that angler's okay. And then they started with the recording of, you mean the one that El Matador killed his father, blah, blah, blah. So we're talking about a dangerous fish here. So we need to think about what types of fish have killed people. You know what I mean? Because everybody was thinking carp, and one of the other two could be carp. But when I think of something that has killed someone, like El Matador, I don't think is a carp. Because carp they're just not a real mean fish. They don't have teeth. You know, when you think of a fish that can kill someone, you think of something that has some type of dangerous mouth on it. Like a marlin has that big, sharp, I mean, they could spear you and kill you, you know? Or any type of fish that has teeth, you know? I think of, or just a big mouth on it that could swallow you. Like a Wales catfish, for example, could get huge and, you know, grab someone or something. There are horror stories out there. If you've ever watched River Monsters, with Jeremy Wade. So it's interesting to see. And that's not something, I have the volume turned off right now, but I had the volume turned all the way up so I could record that. But there's been several times that you come to get your bait, your lures, your rods, and they always got these little lines and stuff. I guess it's coded on a rotation, what they say and stuff. And this one that I recorded doesn't get said very much, like maybe once an hour, something like that. Because I sat here for a long time and they never said it. And they finally said it and I recorded it. I wanted to be fishing so bad, but I was like, I have to record that. I know I wasn't hearing things. So there it is. Thank you, Big Rig, and Alpine and everybody else that captured the 3 names of them. I had it before. I could go back and probably find one of my streams where I showed that. Actually, I just couldn't remember which stream it was. What do you guys think? And I kind of think it's that bottom fishing. Some of them's going to be introduced with bottom fishing. But the Wales catfish is interesting too, you know. And that's just one thing. Now, it would be interesting if it is a marlin. Like, how are they going to? Because I'm pretty sure marlin are just like deep sea fishing, and we're out here in these bodies of water that are surrounded. I guess you could kind of say maybe this leads to the ocean here, and marlin could be in this area or any place where these rivers are coming off the map. So any of these bodies of water, maybe a marlin could make its way up into. Some of these that are connected to, like maybe even down here in M Lake, something. I don't know. That's the beauty of a game, is you can always, through storytelling, justify why marlin would be here somewhere. Some creative storytelling. But I just thought that was interesting. I had no clue. I kept seeing the old man in the sea whenever I would type in El Matador and El Matador angler story or fishing story or something like that. And I was like, what is it? And then it pops up marlin, which happens to be in the area. And so who knows? Maybe, I mean, could be marlin, maybe not. Marlin should be deep sea fishing, but maybe, like I said, it depends on where they put the marlin on the map. As long as it's connecting to, like, we can't tell, this could be the sea out here on the bottom. And it could be anywhere in these connecting waters, you know. But we got some hype coming up. Can't wait to see what these 3 fish are. It would be, I think it would be cool if it were 3 species of fish that are not on the map that you can't catch until they're legendaries. I think that would be a curveball none of us would be expecting. You know, like the whales, catfish, we'd all been wanting that. And so maybe they get introduced with bottom fishing too at the same time. And like in Big Rig's video, it goes on to say too that they wanted people to get to know the map first so they can kind of figure out, based on the clues that they give us when they release a legendary fish, where are the types of waters they need to be looking at for these fish. As we get to learn the map, get to learn what fish are where. So kind of makes sense it didn't come out day one. It didn't with Norway and Golden Ridge either. A lot of people were like, how can they put the map out? The legendaries aren't there yet. I mean, so just because the map comes out always before, we've not had the legendaries released day one either. I'm fine with it. We got plenty to do. I don't have a diamond yet. I'm still looking for my first dime. And we're getting ready to go fish for some pumpkin seeds, so I'm ready for that. But guys, if you would, let me know what you think. I just thought that was amazing, something to catch. I was like, did I hear that? Please do me a favor, guys. Hit that like, subscribe, notify bell. Let me know what you think in the comments. What you think these legendaries could be. Could it be a marlin, even though that's saltwater, you know, deep sea fishing? Could it be? I mean, with creative storytelling, maybe. And then the whales, catfish. Am I hot? Am I cold? Can anybody make any sense out of any of those Spanish words we saw there? If so, you know, we love theorizing about this stuff. It brings the hype, and that's what we need. The hype keeps those juices flowing. But plenty to do in the meantime while we're waiting on legendaries. That's what I like about it. It'd be different if we've caught all these diamonds and we're just sitting here with nothing to do and we had everything, but there's so much content to do. I don't have all the diamonds on all the maps yet. There's just plenty of content to be made, plenty of things to be trying to accomplish. But anyway, tonight is Tackle Tuesday, Pumpkin Seed Edition. Please tune in to catch us live on YouTube at 8 p.m. Eastern. Get us a little practice in, and then 9 p.m. Eastern, we'll start the competition where I am in first place with Scarecrow, Bro Bra, and Big Rig that you just saw in this video as well. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you. Catch our other streams over on Twitch at Darth_Slone. We will catch you in the next video.